Armor existed as far back as the beginning of antiquity. Even Stone Age people would protect themselves with things like padding, animal hides, thick leather to protect themselves from raiding parties, and fighting different animals for food. Though the first case of actual metal or armor was with the Mesopotamian, I can't pronounce that, state during the 25th century. BC, though what I will be talking about during this video evolved from the Roman and Greek armor. During ancient Greece, hoplites wore bronze cuirasses, which shaped around the sternum and chest, and a helmet and greaves. While Roman soldiers wore lorica segmentata, which is Latin for segmented cuirass, which is the same word as what the hoplites wore during Greek times. They also had a large scutum, or a full-body shield. Their enemies, the Goths, wore chainmail or scale mail, plus a simple helm that looked something like this. While more nuanced than I will probably be able to communicate, Middle Age armor evolved from the Goths or Celtic tribes that originated in the Germanic area of Europe. The Celtic tribes that were using mail armor slowly got adapted into the Roman Empire. The armor of the Celtics that got adapted into the Roman Empire is what you usually think of during the early Crusades, and it evolved into the 10th century mail armor. Many examples of this type of armor is, as I said before, the Crusades, and this, and something like this. During the Crusades, they started incorporating flat top helms during the 1200s, which would evolve into jousting helms before the frog top helm became mainly used. As time went on, mail armor would slowly get more plated armor, like gloves and greaves, added until around the 1400s. As technology kept evolving into the 1420s, you can see the first example of a full-body Gothic armor in the Germanic area of Europe, which at the time was a Holy Roman Empire. The first example may have come from the early 1420s, but it really started becoming mainstream basically during the late 1400s. Gothic armor got its name from its namesake Gothic architecture, inspired by the beautiful arches and intricate design which is carried onto the armor. Gothic armor was beautifully fluted, which helped reduce the weight of the armor while also maintaining the strength. It was also incredibly acute and arched, which helped deflect blows and reduce the kinetic energy of blunt weapons like the poleaxe and mace, which mail armor was incredibly ineffective against. The beautiful design of Gothic armor also originated from the architecture. As you can see in this artwork, from the beginning to the end of the Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire truly loved artists and sponsored many of them, like Albrecht Dürer and Peter Bruegel the Elder. I 100% butchered those names. One of the best examples of a sponsored artist of the Holy Roman Empire was Lorenz Hilmschmid, who created beautiful works and inspired many armors after him. Some of the best examples of his work are this and this. He created some of the most well-known pieces of armor for the kings of the Holy Roman Empire. People like King Frederick III and his son King Maximilian I commissioned armor from him that we still have today. King Maximilian actually got a type of armor named after him, which at the time, and what we named the High Gothic style, although it was called the Maximilian style. Unlike Gothic armor, which predominantly used the sallet, Maximilian allowed for a larger collection of helmets to be used, and it veered away from the very symmetrical style of Gothic armor. It still included all of the beautiful sharp angles and beautiful etching and detailed designs that Gothic armor had. Some might say it's even more as slowly, some might say it's even more beautiful and had even more complex designs as we slowly edged closer to the Renaissance age, which had beautiful, extravagant art pieces that people call armor. Because of the development of gunpowder weapons, armor slowly became incompetent on the battlefield and became a ceremonial piece to show off your wealth and riches, and to be used in ceremonial fights of the rich people in any disputes they had, which we should bring back now. We should clothe Trump and Putin in armor, and they should ceremonially fight out their disputes. Yeah.